I'm Petchy and I help ambitious business owners build kick-ass brands that attract and engage those dreamy clients. So last week, I asked over on my Instagram what topics my followers wanted to hear about. And Maria responded with how to get started without being a perfectionist. And I just thought, well, what better reason to get this YouTube thing that I've been procrastinating for years now off the ground, finally, right? So, as a perfectionist myself, I'm going to be the first to admit adopting the done is better than perfect mindset is hard. It's really bloody hard. I suffer from chronic procrastinitis and a severe form of imposter syndrome. The struggle is real. It's so real. Maria, I totally get where you're coming from. And also, I am pretty sure that we're not alone here. So I wanted to give you a few hints on how to get your branding journey started, even when procrastination is holding you back and perfectionism. So the first thing I'm going to recommend that you do is to get your basic strategic foundation sorted out. Now, this is something that you could spend weeks, months, years even on completing. But at some point, you're just going to have to say it's good enough. Otherwise, you'll never get anywhere. And also, just remember that a brand is a constantly evolving thing anyways. So you're always going to have plenty of chances to tweak it as you go along. If you haven't already grabbed my brand foundations workbook, it's free. Anyways, that would be a great place to start. It walks you through the steps of defining your brand personality, your vision, your target audience, your overall messaging, those kind of things. And I promise that once you have all of those basics in place, everything else is going to become a lot easier. Right, the second really important thing that I want to mention is consistency. And whether you're a large multi-site corporation or a solopreneur working from home in your jammy bottoms, not that I've ever done that, obviously. Anyways, consistency is key. Consistency is what makes your audience recognize and connect with your brand. And if your brand looks and behaves differently every time they interact with it, that's going to be confusing. We don't want confusing. So you might not have been able to invest in a professionally designed brand identity yet. That's fine. You can do a lot with limited resources. And if you're just getting started, start with something that's manageable, like, say, your brand typography and colors. So there are so many typefaces out there, and a lot of them are free as well. So it's really, really tempting to go a little crazy, right? Ooh, like that font. I'll use that. And then the next time, ooh, that font is fab. Let me use that one this time. And the same with colors as well. This one's so pretty. Oh, and that one's really eye-catching. Give me all the colors. This is where I'm going to be a bit of a party pooper. Sorry about that. This is when you'd want to go back to your brand foundation document and use that as a reference for picking your brand typography and your color palette. Stick with no more than 2 to 3 typefaces. Make sure that the typefaces that you do choose align with the values and the brand personality that you've already established. And again, for the colors, create a limited color palette. Make a note, very important, make a note of the fonts and the color codes and then stick to them. I'll be watching. So if you're feeling fancy, you could also create a brand board, something that you could refer back to whenever you're creating the graphics for your brand. I have a free one of those as well. Just a little hint. So even if typography and colours are the only two things that you focus on for now, it's still going to make a huge difference to your brand recognition. And the third and final point from me today is authenticity. Being authentic and relatable is way, way, way more important than being perfect. So go ahead, just get your brand out there and be proud of it, because though I hate to admit it, done really is better than perfect. And I'd like to ask you a favor before I sign off today as well. Making and publishing this video scared the shit out of me. So if you liked it, I'd really, really appreciate some love.